Hi, I'm catiewahwah and you're watching The Record Review.
We were born to die. We were born to die.
Hi and welcome to The Record Review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Born to Die by Lana Del Rey. So if you buy the record, you get this lovely physical big thing, and then you get the names of the tracks just in case you forget them. And you also get a lovely beauty shot of Lana herself and all the lyrics on the back. Just to get it out of the way beforehand, I am aware that this has been out for a while. It's still a great record and it is worthy of a first review. Just some quick facts to get started. This is technically Lana Del Rey's second studio album because she did previously record an album under her actual name, Lizzie Grant, which was called Lana Del Rey. Very confusing, but it was previously released under an independent record label, whereas this is Lana Del Rey's first record label record, so it's very official. So, in the summer of 2011, Lana Del Rey released the video for the song Video Games online, and that really quickly went viral, which led to her being signed by Interscope Polydor. And so Born to Die is the first record that she recorded under that label. It was released in January 2012 and met with a lot of mixed critical reaction. Another reason to review this is because she has an upcoming album now called Ultraviolence, which is scheduled to be released some point later this year. They're looking at May 1st date, I believe, at the moment. The first thing to note about Born to Die is probably that it has such an incredibly distinctive style. Listening to the whole record, it's very rich, it's very heady. A lot of people have said that it sounds like somebody's on drugs or like the feeling of being drunk, and that's definitely true. It's a very weighted album. I would almost compare it to reading very rich novels where there's constant descriptions of things and you just have to take a while to take it all in, and it can sometimes be a little overwhelming. It's also very cinematic in its style. You listen to it and you can almost see the old movie playing out under it. The first song, Born to Die, opens with a big orchestral flourish and you can just immediately feel yourself transported back to that kind of 1950s era of beauty and style. So it's really interesting as well with that sort of deep headiness of the song is that it is not sweet or saccharine like a lot of the female solo artists that Lana Del Rey is compared to. She's not Katy Perry, she's not Lady Gaga, she is not trying to make you have a good time when you listen to her music. She's just expressing a really dark perspective. I found it really interesting reading some of the reviews for Born to Die in that they tried to classify it as hip-hop or trip-hop, and they said that in some of the songs even Lana Del Rey seems to be attempting to rap, for example in National Anthem.
Money is the anthem of success. So before we go out, what's your address?
It's actually, to me, it had more echoes of the blues. She sounds like Billie Holiday or Nina Simone at her finest. She is expressing like a really deep feeling, but it's not hip-hop. It's this modern blues, and why is no one calling it that? Is it because it's not coming from somebody who we would normally associate with singing the blues? Another interesting thing to note about Born to Die is that it is unapologetically feminine. And that, I believe, is one of the reasons why it's received such mixed reviews from critics. Because in Born to Die, Lana Del Rey is presenting us with the perspective of a character or person who we are so used to seeing objectified by other artists. She's giving us the perspective of that elusive, drunk, rich girl who seems to be unhappy. Exactly the kind of character that male singers might sing about or that female singers might sing about, but not necessarily, we don't ever hear from this woman. So Lana Del Rey is telling us what this woman is saying. We're so used to seeing this character who is essentially the woman as accessory to richness, the woman who pops up when a man becomes successful. And Lana Del Rey is telling us exactly what those women might be or are thinking. One of the reasons why a lot of people have been unsettled by this album is because this is a really new perspective and we're not used to hearing it. Kitty Empire from The Observer actually called the record a feminist nightmare, which I thought was really interesting, because what that essentially is saying is that it's somehow not feminist. And I think that that points to another problem that the record highlights in its reception, is that we are very accepting of women who become powerful through adopting a masculine persona. We are very accepting even of men, obviously, who become powerful through the masculine persona. We're even accepting of men who become powerful or influential through adopting more feminine characteristics. But the idea of a woman being feminine and still being powerful is still unsettling. I think it's really interesting that Baz Luhrmann's The Great Gatsby has a song by Lana Del Rey for its soundtrack, Young and Beautiful, because Daisy Buchanan in The Great Gatsby is this exact character. It's the exact type of person who is always seen from the outside and never really given her own chance to speak in her voice and tell us what she is thinking and how she sees the world. So the whole album, then, in my opinion, is essentially about the sadness of being a woman. And not just any woman, but a certain type of woman. It's essentially about how unsatisfied she is with the life that she has been socialized to find fulfillment in. That is a life in which romantic love is the only way to be happy. So she has all these songs, Million Dollar Man, Off to the Races, video games that talk about these unsatisfying romantic relationships that she desires so much from. One of the critiques of the album has been that there are too many love songs. She only sings about failed romance and loving the bad boys. But that's the point. That's the point, is that she has been socialized to only care about those things, and in a roundabout way, the album is demonstrating how deeply unsatisfying life can be if you are completely dependent on these very narrow parameters to finding happiness. The song that got Lana Del Rey so much attention in the first place, Video Games, perfectly sums up that unhappiness and dissatisfaction. Video Games is all about a woman who has been taught her whole life to love this man and she can only find fulfillment through him. But he, on the other hand, is more interested in playing video games, is more interested in everything else than her. She's just an accessory to him. In the song, there's actually a line, "Only worth living if somebody is loving you," that really sums up that message. And just to prove that Lana doesn't want to leave us there and that she's not doing this accidentally, she very clearly has a couple of songs in the album that tell us that there is an alternative way to find fulfillment. In Radio, Del Rey sings about finding fulfillment through her music and being able to express herself and being appreciated for it through being famous. This Is What Makes Us Girls offers a really interesting perspective on how women can find fulfillment through female friendship, but at the same time, finding that fulfillment is in some way looked down upon and seen as threatening by society. The song is really tinged by this deep sadness about what could have been. The exact same situations sung about by men, about male friendships, would have been seen as completely normal, but in Del Rey's song, she describes how she is sent away on a train because the behavior is seen as so odd and threatening for these women to be friends together and to be able to just go out and drink together. She also sings, "We all stick together because we put love first." And that, again, is a statement on how women are continuously conditioned and socialized to believe that they are only valuable through the eyes of men and as accessories to men. It's a really sad tale to end the album with, because Del Rey is essentially telling us that the only friends she ever really had were seen as bad. I really liked the final line of This Is What Makes Us Girls. "To all the little queens, do you know what you're worth? I'll tell you every day till you get it, girl. It's all going to happen." It's as if Del Rey is giving her fans and women in general a message that the love that she sings about is not the be-all and end-all, and it's not everything that matters, and there are more important things. And, you know, it's debatable whether what Del Rey says is more important, fame, is actually better or not, but at the very least she's providing at least two alternatives, which is quite good. So how do I rate Born to Die? Purely based upon her awesome hair color, obviously. She will be doing very well. I'm going to give it 4 stars out of 5 mainly because I'm still really excited for Ultraviolence, because that is going to be awesome. But perhaps a more important question for the record review is, should you buy it on vinyl? My answer to that is absolutely. Born to Die is such a deliciously rich record that you just want to sit and listen to it. You don't want it on in the background, you don't want it playing on iTunes, you want to have a physical big record to listen to. Also, the fact that it has this cinematic style, it sounds so much better when there are a few skips in it and a few crackles and all of that. It's very atmospheric. It's a good one. It's a good one to get on vinyl. You're not gonna get the same experience if you're not on vinyl. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will be back next week with a review of Too True by the Dum Dum Girls. In the meantime, have an awesome week. From me and Lana, goodbye!